It lets you share your experiences with others, putting your mind out there for others to see. Well, welcome to me. I'm not familiar with the technology behind it, but I think some kind of artificial intelligence connects with my subconscious and turns my memories into a gamified experience. You can poke around while I speak, by the way. It makes people feel less alone. I don't really have a problem with my loneliness, but I promised my daughter I'd try it. So here we go. It looks nice and inviting with uncanny subnotes. Yeah, I guess that's me. Let's start with this one. I'm not avoiding or anything. Normally, I'd dig a hole in me and then fall into it, but this time I decided that instead of falling in, I would willingly go in. But I need a set of tools to do this. First of all, I have to be able to see things from a distance. I'll need a cover to protect me from the outside world, legs to stand still or escape, and some power within me to keep going. Ready for a fancy retrospective now. Oh, that one. This is not an era I'm particularly proud of, I'll say that. Something felt missing, but I couldn't tell if it was something missing in my life or in myself. So I heeded a call, still unsure if it was from life itself or from within me. You have to understand me now because I'm not a book. Because no one can read me after I die, I have to be understood while I'm alive. It says in one of the books I've read, a perfectly reasonable demand. You realize the value of time when you lose it, like everything else. Even if I say, let's drop everything and go, there still won't be enough time to do everything that's left in me. My fertility is ending, my body is aging, my biological limits are shrinking. It's really strange that the thing you trust the most and the thing you fear the most is your own mind. I have never been a fan of small talk, and I'm already exceptionally incompetent at it. It makes me scream in my head with a frozen smile on my face. I yearn for meaningful conversations, and silence is worth sharing. Recently, my daughter told me that she doesn't want to be a mom. I thought it was normal since I thought the same at that age. But when I asked her why, I was surprised by her answer. Global warming, wars, famine. It seems selfish to bring a child into a world that is heading towards apocalypse, she said. Ouch. Being needed by someone gives you a power you didn't even know you had. Then, when that need is gone, you realize that you have defined your own value through the needs of others. And it can be tough to find your own self-worth again, totally independent from someone else. My marriage is not going very well. And you know what scares me the most? Being an only child, facing the death of my parents all alone. As a grown woman, I feel like I'm in the group of people with the smallest margin for error. It's like everyone's just waiting for me to slip up so they can speak their own truth. OMG, you feed your cat with that? Oh, you buy toys for your child? We encourage ours to make their own toys. Is that what you put on your face with this skin type? Give me a break. I feel that we are on the verge of radical scientific developments that will change the way we perceive life and reality. Right now, I am making a promise to myself that no matter how old I am, I will not be one of those old people who say, I'm too old for this, to new technologies. And what am I doing here? I treat all these as writing material and produce mediocre work in certain templates? Given that most people are mediocre, by the very definition of the word, it pays well. Anyway, now it's time to make something out of nothing. Actually, I don't really feel like going there right now, you know? Let's just reminisce about my childhood for a bit, shall we? Tough love, you say. Okay. I am brave enough to think about the things I've done. So, I was here getting some inspiration for my book. Let's see, what have we found so far? If I take this, and that, then add a little bit of this one. And I combine it with that. It's ready to be sent, I guess. These job emails are like a competition to say the least with the most words. I wish there was an app that summarized them. What should I change now? Now, should we make them a book cover to judge? My book had been approved and I thought I deserved some celebration. Yay, cha-ching, fulfillment, blah, 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 whatever. You get the idea. We can skip this part. Here's the truth about myself that I didn't want to think about. I am writing simple stuff because whenever I attempt to write about deep topics, I tend to laugh at myself. One can hear the quotation marks in my sentence. I can't even say deep. When I was in my 20s, depths and peaks were my common visiting spots, though. Here I am, drifting on the shores of my life. My family and professors expect me to have a brilliant academic career. I know that I will be successful if I commit myself, but I don't want to be an academic. I want to be the person that the academics talk about in their theses. About my works, of course, not as a clinical case. I love traveling the world, getting to know different cultures, but I'm not sure if I could adopt this as a lifestyle. I feel that a stable sense of home is important for me. Sometimes I feel like a child who will never grow up. maybe I will grow up if I become a mom. But I also realize that having children to make myself grow up is a wrong motivation. Although rural life seems peaceful when I first think about it, it somehow feels disconnected from time and space, as if it doesn't matter when and where we are. But I want to be at the heart of the age I live in. There are so many things I want to be. If I accept that I can't be all of them at once, maybe the futures I gave up on will come to life in my creations. Should I become a writer for the sake of all of the selves I can't be? I'm drowning in the sheer number of options. Then an unexpected voice says, "What if you are afraid to choose one because you already know deep down that you won't be successful in any of them?" And I realize there are many more depths I can drown in.
Whew. It was just a dream. At least, the physical drowning part. I do this to myself, striving to fit into the mold of others' expectations, just to feel loved. Yet the more I bend to their wishes, the farther I drift from who I truly am. Being the only child of an immigrant family doesn't make things easier either. I always feel I have to put in more effort than anyone else. Anyway, time to switch up this mood now. This is my territory, my safe haven where I can be alone. And I'm gonna start by putting on some chill music. From my boombox. Now, it's time for me to get back to the world outside. Makeup time. Okay, Leila, you got this. Put your masks on. too many people. Hey girls! Oh my god, did you hear? No, Auntie, there's no wedding anytime soon. Yes, Uncle, I'm still a student. If I came here often, you'd remember me. Finally, I'm ready to get rid of my mask. Oh no. Have I spent too much time behind these masks? Come on, get off!